Suppliers and stock. Two aspects of the working capital sort of group. The other one, of course, is debtors. We've talked about credit control in another video. Let's talk about suppliers first. Basically, the people that you buy stuff from, whether it's products or services, overheads, landlord. You get a good relationship with your suppliers. It will give you a better hearing if things go wrong or you need a bit more credit from them later on. A good thing to do. Secondly, ensure that your own credit reference is optimised. That relates to both your business and personally, because very often, even if you're a director of a company, bankers or suppliers will look at your credit references to see if you're a safe bet to supply to a credit. Always try and have at least 2 suppliers for your main products or services, just in case one goes down or they increase their prices too much. Always, of course, negotiate discounts, whether it's volume discounts or whatever, but don't just go for volume discounts just for the sake of it, because you could end up buying too much stock and that ties cash up. Make sure that you use purchase orders to buy anything, and that those orders are approved by the right manager, and make sure that the orders include the right terms and conditions. Even if you pay late, as long as you can agree terms with them, even maybe pay in instalments, but just keep to those instalments, because consistency is great even if you're paying late, because trust is the key thing. And finally, pay your key suppliers first. Particularly if you're in cash flow problems, keep your key suppliers happy, and then pay the rest when you can. Stock or inventory. The definition of it is basically any product held for resale. It does include work in progress, as it's called, and that's really relating to service companies where perhaps you're supplying designs, so you're a design agency, or legal advice as a lawyer. It's effectively an asset that you're going to bill later on, but it's a cost in the meantime that you have to cover. The challenge for any company is balancing the amount of stock they have against the amount of sales they expect. What you don't want to do is overstock, and equally you don't want to have too little stock so that you run out of products and you can't supply a potential customer. If cash is constrained, buy more often and less quantity. Eke it out a bit more, in other words. Try and see if your supplier will provide you with what's known as consignment stock, which is where they supply stock, but you only pay for it when you actually take from that stock. So it's supplier stock on your premises. Always look at selling off excessive stock, even if you don't get the full price for it. That's exactly what retailers do when they have their annual sales. On the work in progress side, if you're a service company, always look at trying to get some payment up front against the costs, or at the very least get paid as you go along in instalments. And finally, particularly if you're a manufacturer, for example, actually producing stocks, you can get expert advice from people like the Southwest Manufacturing Advisory Service. Very good to go to, or talk to your accountant or Business Link to get more detailed advice.